It doesn't matter how long it takes. One thing ni pé we are going to be free. Doesn't matter. It does not matter. Àwọn ìran tó ti ṣerú nǹkan báyìí wọn ò lórí méjì. So kò ń ṣàwọn alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ jà fún òmìnira. And we are not going to be the last. Òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ni mo sọ fún yín yẹn o. An idea lè pa. An ideology lè pa. Correct, especially with the situation of things tó ti wà. So èmi ò believe fún no violence. I am saying this to the whole wide world. I have always spoken against violence in public. Anybody lọ mú mi tí mo ti sọ̀rọ̀ violence wà níta gbangba rí? I have never advocated for violence. In tí mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ ni pé defend yourself, which is in line with the Constitution of Nigeria, self-defense ni mo sọ rí. Kórí èyàn ò gbọ́dọ̀ lájú kalẹ̀ tí wọ́n fi yín lọ́rùn. So gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn lè fọwọ́ bò wọ́n lẹ́nu. Àgbàlagbà ni wọ́n, baálé ilé ni wọ́n, wọ́n níyàwó ńlé, wọ́n lọ́mọ ńlé. So ó yẹ ká mọ̀ pé adult ni wọ́n. A máa gbìyànjú láti bá àwọn èèyàn wa sọ̀rọ̀. We are going to talk to those we can talk to. We are going to speak to those we can speak to. Prince Bayo, ẹ̀yin náà ẹ bá àwọn èèyàn yín sọ̀rọ̀ on the other side. Character assassination ò dáa. In tí mo rí táwọn èèyàn mọ̀ gbé picture ọmọ ìyàwó tí mo rí ńgbà yẹn tó bí mi nínú. Ẹ ti mọ̀ tí mò ń sọ pé kí ló dé mọ̀ gbé picture arábìnrin ìyàwó àtọmọ ẹ̀ tẹ́ wọ́n mọ̀ gbé sórí platform. Kò dáa now. Kò dáa. There should be lines we shouldn't cross. Torí kò ní dá ká máa dá ìfárí apá kan ká máa ní pé these people are preaching hate and bigotry. It is both sides. It is both sides. A dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ kí ọwọ́ ṣọ̀lọ́ wa, a gbọ́dọ̀ kí báṣọ. Ká stay on the message. And what is the message? Torí tó bá bá ní superior logic, you don't need to force people. People will naturally gravitate towards you. And tí ò bá ní ideology gidi la believe no violence. So and tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ threaten, tẹ́ malign, tẹ́ slander, lè mọ bí ó ṣe react to. Let's be sincere. When people are slandered and maligned, people like me can actually keep quiet and not talk about it. But not everybody have that emotional strength to take that insult. So that is why a lot of things ni mo ti gbọ́. Torí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń bú àwọn èèyàn wá sí. Torí àwọn ẹ má bínú, èmi ò lè disown Yorùbá people. Inú mi dẹ̀ dùn pé àwọn èèyàn náà sọ pé àwọn èèyàn wa náà nìyẹn. I will not disown my people because they are Yorubas no matter what happens, and that is the most important thing. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run gbogbo gbòs ká máa mú picture ká máa threaten ara wa. Bí n sì mo gbọ́ pé nìkan sọ pé somebody's name this and number. Mo ní kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Mo tún gbọ́ nǹkan mìíràn táwọn èèyàn wa náà tún lọ sọ. Mo ní eléyìí tí wàá fẹ́ lágbára o. But èmi, I will never be party to that. And anybody that is any member or any executive of this platform will never be a party to that. And if there's anybody that is an executive for this platform, to be engage in such in such charade, the person is going to be called to order. Not because the people on the other side are not trying to frustrate us. I'm not talking about you, people that are giving us bad name or anything. For instance, for instance, I was talking about the Middle Belt. What has been happening in the Middle Belt? The people in the Middle Belt, one need people.
Hello.
Láàrin ọjọ́ mẹ́ta tí mo ti wà ní clubhouse, tẹ́ ẹ bá rí message tí mo gbà from people látòkè ọya, they were abusing me. It is anti-Fulani rhetoric. Kí ló kàn mí pẹ̀lú yẹn? So kémi ká gbórí àwọn ara tiwa sílẹ̀ kan máa pa wá. Èmi ò ń ṣolóṣèlú. Èmi ò nídìí vote yín. Lè pa àwọn èèyàn tèmi. That's the bitter truth. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run. ó yé mi, intense, ó yé mi dáadáa. And people can testify on this platform how much I have spoken to them. Wípé ọgbọ́n ó ju agbára lọ. We should conserve our energy and focus on our message, which is the preaching of the message of Yorubanism. I am crediting my brother Olamiriwaju Ogundiji, Yorubanism, which is preaching Yoruba first, Yoruba second, Yoruba third, and Yoruba last. That is the most important thing. That is why I don't see a problem having you on my platform. You are a Yoruba man. Like I come to your platform, I will still come and defend the reason why Yoruba people should get out of Nigeria. And you are not going to kill me for that because I'm still a fellow Yoruba man. But it's going to be logical. It's going to be factual. It's going to be evidence-based. And it's going to be based on intellectual honesty. Honesty. Not just trying to destroy what anybody has said just because you want to score a cheap political point. So we are going to try as much as possible to tell people, look, let's stay on the message. This is not the battlefield. The battlefield is still far away. Let's stay on the message. No matter how people want to trigger us, we should never and never and never fall into the hands of those that are triggering us, maligning us, slandering us. And Prince Bayo, they don't need to destroy fellow Yoruba people because of politics. Need it. Need it. Wọ́n ní ààrẹ ẹni tá a bá tara lé ẹni lọ́pọ̀ á ní ríra lọ́wọ́n. That is the bitter truth. Ṣé mo ti dáhùn question yín, Prince Bayo?
Ẹ ṣé ààrẹ ẹ pẹ́ láyé ẹ tún pẹ́ ju àwọn ará òwúrọ̀. Please hold on, Esishayo. Please let me before I drop mine. Please hold on. Hello.
Yes,
Hello?
you can
Please
go
stop
on.
flashing. Please stop flashing.
It's okay. It's okay. You can
Thank
go
you.
on, Prince. It's because we
Thank
have so
you.
many people.
Prince,
Please go
Prince,
on.
Hold on.
jẹ́ ká lómi
Briefly, please.
sọ̀rọ̀
Let
now,
me just
Prince.
round up my thought and
Yeah,
if,
just
so I
briefly,
can drop
please.
mine. So thank you. Ẹ ṣé ààrẹ ẹ pẹ́ bí ará òwúrọ̀ ẹ pẹ́ jáwọn ará òwúrọ̀ lọ ẹ pẹ́ láyé Elédùmarè á dúró ti ilé àti ọ̀nà yín. I am not here to talk about who beats who or who beats who. So gbogbo nǹkan tí anyone sọ fún yín, I'm not gonna be going back to that. I am just asking legitimate questions based on because we must have base for our discussion going forward. That's what I believe you are back to do. Give our conversation base and to give its limit of where we must cross. In terms of either you believe in election or not, or maybe I believe in election or not, is not a reason to support voter apathy. And it is illegal, even in America, that you live, that many
Okay.
people live, that all these things
Bayo
have been
Prince.
combined.
Bayo John torí Ọlọ́run ní sùúrù. Ó mọ nǹkan ó dà pé submission ló fẹ́ give and àwọn èèyàn wà níbi tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ti ń back channel
Please,
wọn ní
Funke,
ìbéèrè.
please, Funke,
Ní sùúrù Bayo.
please.
Prince, ní
Prince, you
sùúrù now,
ask
over 30
question.
minutes now. There
Other
are many
people want to
people
ask
here.
question. You have been
Prince, ní
over 5 minutes
sùúrù.
or 10 minutes.
You
Please.
dey
Prince
always
ní sùúrù.
you
Ẹjọ́ ta ní
30
ẹnì
minutes.
kejì?
Na
Ẹnì kejì.
governor,
Hold
Mr.
on.
Ààrẹ pè mí, so I need to address Mr. Ààrẹ.
Okay, Governor, please.
Because
Governor, please give me a minute, please. Give me a minute, please. Please, everybody, thank you very much for coming in the room for the first time. Where this is the Think Yoruba First room. I encourage you to please read the description of what this group is all about, so that you can be better informed. Also, I encourage you to read the rules of the club. I want to use this opportunity to please appeal to everybody that is on stage. I know that there's been a lot of back and forth and a lot of people have been hurt. If there is anybody that you are currently blocking, please, in the name of Olodumare, Jesus, Mohammed, Orumila, whatever you believe, or even if you don't believe in God, please kindly unblock them. The goal is to reset, to try to bring us together as a people, which is a very Herculean task. I know it's difficult, and I will never belittle the hurt that has been caused to you personally. But I beg you, please unblock them, just in the spirit of trying to put some things together here. And let's take a cue so that way we can do things the way it should be, so that people can go on their way. Governor, please let Mr. Fumike take a cue. Governor is going to go first, and then we'll go from there.
Please, I've been flashing before Governor came. Ejo.
Okay.
There was even any
Okay.
Any
Mr.
suru. There was
Fumike,
even
over to you.
There was somebody that was meant to speak before, immediately after Prince. Who was that person? Kenny 09, right?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Yeah, Kenny 09. So once you go, one person I know had been flashing very well is Eshushayo. So Eshushayo would go, Valor would be number 2, then Prince, Governor would be number 3. So then after that, then we take another number. So Kenny 09, over to you, my brother.
Thank you very much, Eshega. I want to welcome the people that were away for some time. Good to have you back. Also in because of because I don't want to be misconstrued. I mean, a lot of my questions have even been answered in the course of AARE speaking. So I don't have many questions. Just to note that there were a lot of rancor while you guys were away, but it's good you are back. We welcome your presence. I specifically came into the room based on the Q&A, because question and answer, because I have lots of questions. There are so many elephants in the room, and I hope in the course of listening, there will be more clarifications on that regard. So you are welcome back. Personally, I believe that Oshusho LAGBA ju eyo ìgbálẹ̀ kan lọ, ṣùgbọ́n well, we wait and we watch. So Ekabo, I'm at least as time permits to join in and learn one or two things from the conversations. All that has been happening is not surprising to me. At least I want Yoruba ló sọ pé ẹni jẹ fufu lára ń fò. So we'll continue, we'll watch and we learn. Thank you. Much of my questions have already been covered in AARE speech. So thanks.
All right. Arákùnrin Kenny 09. Ẹjọ́ ta ni number 1? Mo rántí gbogbo number yẹn mọ́.
Èmi ni next o, Eshushayo ni next, abi.
All right, bàbá mi, ó yá, go on.
Okay. I call everybody. Káàsán.
I'm sorry, AARE. I thought it was by PTR because I
My
went
name
on
is.
Wallet.
Can
We
you stop
came,
interrupting?
Madam Obering,
Can you kick this
we
guy out of
came
this
in
room?
Hold
immediately.
on,
No,
guys, hold on. Guys, ẹ ṣe sùúrù. Everybody mute, everybody mute. Everybody mute, ẹ ṣe sùúrù. Everybody mute, ẹ ṣe sùúrù, ẹ jẹ́ má bínú, ẹ ṣe sùúrù. Mo believe pé wọ́n ti pe queue yẹn, and the queue is this. Eshushayo máa lọ, lẹ́yìn Eshushayo, Valor máa lọ, lẹ́yìn Valor, Abe Governor, lẹ́yìn Abe Governor, Prince, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe máa, ẹ jẹ́ má bínú. Eshushayo, Valor, Abe Governor àti Prince, ẹ ṣé. Eshushayo, ẹ gba mic padà. Ẹ má interrupt náà, ẹ jọ̀ọ́.
Eshushayo, ẹjọ́.
Can I say something? Eshushayo, Olagbo, my brother in arms. You are my comrade. You are closer to me than like my blood brothers and sisters. Because when I see a fellow nationalist and a fellow Yoruba nationalist, those who believe unapologetically that there should be a sovereign Yoruba nation, I say esprit de corps. We are together. But please, wọ́n ní òkú òun wó ruru káwa ruru. Wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé tá a bá ro dúndùn fún Among Karade Kuni. You have every right to blow this place off. Ẹ dẹ̀ pọ́n mi lé ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Ẹ mọ̀ pé àtijọ́ mo bá ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ẹbí kọ́ ibi báyìí kọ́. Ṣé èmi àti yín, you know what I'm saying. I don't want to la ọ̀rọ̀ mọ́lẹ̀. Inú ẹyẹ lóko ẹyẹ ń gbé. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé gbogbo ohun tá a fẹ́ ṣe àtúntò ni. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run. Kò sí nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ sọ níbi tó change nǹkan. Kò change nǹkan kan. Gbogbo ibi kò change nǹkan kan níbí báyìí. Doesn't change anything. Let us take, you are a very brilliant individual, personnel. I know you. You are very, very brilliant. And I beg you, I want you to stay on that. I know you've been hurt. Just like the way I've also been hurt by different people. Both, the way all my life. But that is life. And we need to learn how to live with pains. Torí Yorùbá sọ pé, sorry to the people that don't speak Yorùbá. Ojú rí òpè láyé ò ní rí bí ìkan ló fọwọ́ mú bẹ̀. If you are going to live long and you don't want to see evil, you are only deceiving yourself. Please, Eshusayo, surprise people today. You are a brilliant person at par with anybody. I will say that openly. Please, I know. I share your pain and you share your sentiments. I'm with you. Over to you, sir. Mr. Olami. Eshe.
Are, thank you very much. I respect you so much, and I do respect every Yoruba person that I know that they resonate with my ideology. Whether we form think Yoruba first, Yoruba Power, or Yoruba Nation, I believe we are all working towards the same goal. But the type of rhetoric where people come in here to lie, to defame people, are what, for me, triggers me a lot. You can listen to Prince saying people are preaching hate, people are preaching violence. Where, when, how? So saying people should not vote. Thank God you gave him the example of Jehovah's Witness. Are you going to tell those people they are not violent because their doctrine does not recognize voting? So I don't really get it where people just throw words around just because you hate people, or you want to score a cheap point. On Yoruba Nation, where we were all before this club was created, we have always been preaching one thing: Yoruba Nation. And they come in with their rhetoric, election, go and vote, go and do this. And we are saying we are not interested. This platform is not for election. It's not for campaign. These are very simple things. And for anybody to now say, oh, it means violence, it means this and that. Now, when you left, AARE, so many things were happening. People started throwing propaganda. The one that even shocked me the most is where people gathered and said, oh, they did a security summit and they stole money. And it is this money that was contributed that made you and Obiankonse to leave Clubhouse or to stop participating. Where, when, how did we contribute money anywhere? Where? And the one that even paid me the most is that, oh, they want to buy armor and ammunition. Tell them to come with evidence. They don't have it. Or because you just want to call us terrorists. You want to call us anarchists. And we know some of these rhetorics. We know the people who are behind these things. And yet, people will tell us, oh, we are not. How should I tolerate somebody who is seeing me as a terrorist? Because I said no election.
Mr. Shushayo.
And where did we ever say? Please, Are,
I'm
please
coming.
permit me.
I'm going to continue. 10 seconds. When Nelson Mandela was saying that the apartheid system of government in South Africa should be destroyed, what was he called?
A very good terrorist.
Shushayo, that question is for you, I believe. Huh?
Yes. Shusha, your talk.
Terrorist.
Thank you very much. When Malcolm X was fighting for equal rights for black people in America, what was he called by the American government? So I'm proud to be a terrorist. You can continue.
Yeah, and the he wanted to do Imiju is when you now threaten my life, telling me my days are numbered. That if I land in Nigeria, they will serve me rice. I'll be served. Who is they threatening? You are threatening Omojagumolu. And I told you, this Abiodun, if I touch down in Nigeria, I chop that rice. I gave you where I would land. I'll be landing in my brother's hotel. If I chop that rice and I come out alive, how do you threaten my life? Because I'm saying, because Tony Nnamdi came here and said, oh, we need to hold everything right now. Let's have a new constitution. If you go to the constitutional conference, the different constitution we've had in Nigeria, Richard Constitution of 1946 did not last 10 years. We changed it to Litigation Constitution. So with this constitution, we are saying if there is, please mute your mic. If there is constitutional crisis, you don't build on faulty foundation. You change the constitution to reflect the wish of the people. This is what we have been preaching. But you time it to be like, oh, they are trying to stop election. They are saying no election, no election. Are you saying within 3 months we cannot have any constitutional conference? Or you saying it's not possible to have any constitutional conference? Go and read Awolowo's book now. It's all there. When there's constitutional crisis, a new constitution is better. Are we asking for a new constitution? But no. It's terrorism. It's violence. I don't want to make your stage the kind of place to run, but it's very, very nauseating. For me to be civil on this platform and people ran a room continuously for more than 10 hours, calling my name. The one that I even reached out to that I'm talking about on those days said I'm toasting her. I should come direct and toast her. Just because you want to malign my name. On this clubhouse, I've been called a fugitive. I've been called a rapist. Prince is not seeing all this. You want me to be at peace with people calling me a rapist for what I did not do? To be at peace with somebody calling me a fugitive for what I did not do? This is very nauseating. You don't talk of those kind of rhetorics. Mr. Come in and say, oh, people in the nation, they are terrorists.
Mr. Dayo.
See, I like people when people balance arguments. This is the issue I have to do. No, now our prince waiting prince to talk like this.
Please continue to let him speak his mind. Let him speak his mind, please.
Let him speak his mind.
Let
People
him
are
speak his
speaking in
mind.
their own room. What kind of rubbish is that?
Mr. And he knows why I'm talking. My brother, my comrade, Mr. Olami. There's a difference between you and Prince. Prince, with all due respect, I am not maligning you. And it's like most of us, we don't actually understand people for who they are. Prince is a politician. You are a revolutionary.
Okay.
Those are fundamental parallel ideology with different characters. If a revolutionary is not ready to be maligned, they will call you all sorts of names. My brother, it does not stick. Because you are fighting against principalities and power.
Which is prince.
You are fighting against something that is bigger than many of us, which is the liberation of Africa, in Africa's indigenous people. Don't you understand? So please, go and look at what happens to revolutionaries. It's not a tea party. They call you this, they call you that. You know what I've been called by people who even profess to be nationalists. So it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, bro. Because you know, tí rọ́bà lọ lógún ọdún, ọjọ́ kan báyìí ló ti tó bá. You know all these things.
Beautiful flower.
Save your energy. It changes nothing about who you are, my brother, my comrade, Olani. Changes nothing. If anybody comes up here and call me any name, I will not even respond. Because it is a norm. I'm used to it. Because as a true revolutionary, that is what you are going to experience. There are only 3 places for a revolutionary. It's a prison, the grave, or exile. I don't care. I will do what I know how to do best, which is speaking the truth and speaking the truth to power. But there's one thing I want to do. I'm just trying to avoid. I feel boring. I'm sorry for those who don't understand Yoruba. Yoruba people should not be the people that will be hanging themselves. Because a Yoruba kingdom, a Yoruba empire, and a Yoruba man cannot be defeated and conquered except with the aid of another Yoruba person. That is what our enemies have known about us. And that is what they've been able to explore ruthlessly. I know what you're trying to say. And I don't want to mention names, but I will be forced to mention names. When Abe's profile was taken down and Abe's club was attacked, it was the same people that are now being labeled terrorists that fought for Abe's club, that fought and defended him. That's why sometimes when we fight, we should always remember the good things that we've done to each other. We've done good to each other before. Why can't we remember those good times? That somebody has done good to you before you engage in a war that is needless. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run. Mr. Olani, I feel your pain. I share in your pain. I condemn everything that has been done against you. But you know one thing, you are a revolutionary. You are a revolutionary. If everything that has been done to you, they lied against you, they slandered you, they maligned you, that is what a revolutionary should face. If you don't face it, you are a fraudulent revolutionary.
Of course.
So, Mr. Olani, please, over to you.
Let me quickly round up, sir.
Eshushayo, I would have only loved to limit it to questions, but I'll give you 1 minute to round up. Is that okay?
Okay, I'm sorry. I just needed to quickly react to the way Prince was talking as if he's a saint. You know, this is the same man that will go to Fulani room and malign us in Yoruba Nation room, and yet they all always come out as being saints. People that have called us dog, call us malu, call us different kind of name, but they come here and they come everywhere and say, oh, they are the saints. You know, that's why I'm just trying to put that out there. Well, I really want to wish the management of this club good luck, and I will always come to the room. We are Yoruba, whether Yoruba Parapo or Yoruba Nation or Yoruba, think Yoruba First. We are all working towards the same goal, and this is what one thing about we Yorubas. We are very, very intelligent people. We are people who engage you intellectually, and we cannot be cowed by just one person. Everybody should do, I believe that everybody should just do their thing their own way. But the way they are trying to malign the Yoruba Nation Clubhouse as being radical, as being terrorist, is why I came up here. Because those things they are saying is all lies. It's just pure lies. And I really appreciate your response to Prince. That was very, very perfect. You have stated the fact, and that is a good one, so that they can go back to their rooms and say, oh no, we are still working towards the same goal. And I wish everybody luck.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ishushayo. Moving forward, before the next speaker, please, we would only be taking questions. Like we said, the room is a question and answer, and let's just keep to that. So the next person, please go on. You can also see your names in
Thank you very
Yoruba
much, Mr.
Brothers.
I
Fomika.
am the next person speaking, please.
Yeah, it's valid.
It's Velo speaking. Thank you. I greet everybody in the name of Oludumare, and I welcome you back, Are, and the others. I'm really glad you are back. And first and foremost, I appreciate your response to the question earlier submitted by Prince, and which was specifically the reason I came on stage. And here is my own question too, because I had to follow the instruction of Ibrahim Akoshe right now to go and read what the club is all about when you say think Yoruba first. I read it from A to Z. So now from that, my question is, I hope that you guys will not allow your platform be a political ground. Because if we are thinking Yoruba, I'm not saying nobody practice politics, but my question is that the rhetorics of people like Prince, in the name of preaching the agenda that keeps me subjugated forever, I hope it will not be allowed. And I know Are understands what I'm saying, because you have answered some of those questions from the statements you have made to Ishushayo and he himself, Prince. But I would like mine to be answered in the form I have asked it to. But before I go off the mic, this is the reason why I have said that. I am of the person, if anybody knows me, my loyalty is not based with anybody, but it's based on the ideology that saves my personality, my nature of being a Yoruba person. If that person's ideology resonates with mine, I have loyalty towards that person. Because right now, we are dying in that country. And that political way that these people are choosing for us right now is not going to save us. So that brings me to my second question. Please, according to what I read, what is actually being an Omoluabi? Because I hear something on Clubhouse very, very well when people say, I am more Yoruba than you. And I'm asking myself, what defines Yoruba? What defines you being Yoruba? And how do I measure that I'm more Yoruba than Ishushayo or you, Are KUNRUMI? I submit. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. My brother, Shewapa.
I'm all right, sir.
Ẹ ṣé, mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín o. Ẹ ṣé o. Ẹ ṣé. Ẹnu oníṣìí tẹ̀wọ̀n tí mo fi ń kí yín, mo dídì dúpẹ́ gan. To your questions. I really see that the battle is really raging, and I understand. This platform is not for political propagation. It is thinking Yoruba first. It's like many of us underrate the damage that has been done to the Yoruba people. Yoruba people have been so damaged to the extent that we don't even look out for each other anymore in the name of sophistication. That is why when somebody from another ethnic group called us a sophisticated moron, it was a blow below the belt. But let's be sincere, something is wrong with us. Something is wrong. We've lost it. And when we think Yoruba first, we are going to think about the bigger goal, which is important. Getting a sovereign Yoruba nation or 2023 election. Of course, a sovereign Yoruba nation, sovereign nation is bigger than the political ambition of any individual. That's it. I owe no apology to that. I'm sorry. So, and I've been very, very blunt now, my brother, befitting Velo. I think that used to be your former name, sir.
Yes, sir. I just shortened it to Velo. Yes, sir.
Exactly. Ṣé mo ti down first question yín báyìí?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, sir. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, sir.
Ẹ ṣé. No Yoruba is more Yoruba than each other. In fact, there are some people that are not Yoruba, but are more loyal to the Yoruba race than even people who call themselves Yoruba people. I have seen people that are Igbiras, born and bred in Yoruba land, but will participate in every Yoruba culture and tradition, and they will defend Yoruba with their life. While I have seen people from royal houses that will even don't see anything wrong in stealing beaded crowns to go and sell to white people. Wọ́n ní ọmọ wà nínú ẹrú, ẹrú wà nínú ọmọ, tó ṣe bí òwe ìbà àwọn àgbàlagbà tó ń bẹ lórí ìjókòó. So this issue of who is Yoruba or who is not Yoruba, I don't want to be part of it. I've seen people saying that it's unfair. Some people will say because somebody has Yoruba, does not have a Yoruba mother, you are not a. Those are racist statements. Racist statements within the Yoruba people. And this platform will not be for that. BPT, my brother, can you unmute your mic? My brother, BPT.
I'm with you, sir. I'm with you, sir.
You know what I stand for, which is intellectual superiority.
Yeah.
If you can convince me with intellectual facts why there should not be Yoruba nation, I'm going to drop it. Is that my brother?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I just wanted to be sure. That's why I'm asking the questions. Because the other questions I would have loved to ask you, you have already answered them without me asking the question. That's why I didn't go to that place anymore. I don't want you to repeat yourself, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. So thank you very much. It's still the same. But one thing is certain. Those who became nationalists today, yesterday, before, they used to be pro-one Nigeria. That is what I want those who still believe in one Nigeria to know. Many of the people we now call terrorists, many of the people we label anarchists, used to sing the national anthem with pride. The question we should ask is what has happened? We should not victimize these people because they are our people. Many of us used to sometimes also believe in one Nigeria. Why did we change? Why did I become a Yoruba nationalist? Why? What happened? What happened? These are things that we need to understand. And people have come to me in 2023 election. I said I'm not interested. Why do you want to go and vote? and legitimize a fraudulent constitution by Abu Salah. Why? The 2014 National Conference is there. The recommendations of Pa Anthony Enauro is there. Do you want to? We still want to continue this madness? Is it until every one of us is consumed before we know that we don't have a country? That is the question I'm asking. So after 2023, we repeat the madness again. In 2027, we repeat the madness again. Many of us, in the next 30, 40, 50 years, many of the people on this platform will no longer be alive. We will be long gone. And when we go back to Olodumare, we are going to tell Olodumare that we are doing APC PDP. When we knew what we could have done. When we knew what we could have done. Those who fought for Croatian, Slovakian, East Timor independence, are they superior to us? Those who fought for self-determinations across the world, are they superior to us? All men are born equal. Why can't we do it? Why? Why can't we do it? We've seen the wonders we performed under Western region when we had our autonomy. Do you think we can do it? As terrible as Nigeria is, I beat it with my chest. The Yoruba region is still the economic powerhouse of Nigeria. Entertainment, do you want to talk about that? Imagine if we control our destiny. Do you know what we could have achieved? What is wrong in having a Yoruba nation on the map? But one thing is certain. Yoruba, we don't sleep and face the same place. Some people will have different opinion, and we must not terrorize those who have a different opinion from us. That is what I used to say. Let us converse. Let us exchange ideas, and let us see the superiority of logic. That's what I stand for. That is what I stand for. And that is what I've always preached. I don't stand for violence. I will never be. But one thing is certain. Empires rise and empires fall. We all know where Nigeria is heading. Was Nigeria as great as the mighty USSR? Never. It did not even reach 10% of the power and might of the USSR.
Not even Yugoslavia.
So, talk less of this contraption. So please, BBT Velo, my brother, my cobra.
I'm with you, sir.
No
problem, sir. Welcome, sir.
Yes, sir. So over to you, Fumike.
Okay. So we're going to take Governor next. But before we do, I want people to flash their mics. I'm taking a new queue. Wanda A will go first since he's back channeled us. Can you flash your mics so I can start to take the queue? So I can see Esusayo, although you've spoken, Olemiwaju, Kemi, General, Princess Gan, anyone else?
There's Elenio. Elenio is
Elenio. Hi B. Okay. So I'll put that in my DP. But Governor, you're next. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. This is Think Your Buffer, so I'll just straight. Mine is not a question. I've been appropriately and as a Yoruba person. When I clicked on the Think Your Buffer, join the club, I read the rules of the house. No personal attack, no. And I'm highly disappointed in my sister, my Yoruba sister, Yoruba goddess, because you're a member of the admin. I'm disappointed in AARE as well, because this is the first room you're opening, and already you're breaking the rules of engagement. And then to me, I think you're even more of a politician than a revolutionary, because right now, what you're playing here is on politics as a revolutionary. It's politics you're playing.
Abe,
Because
please, Governor Abe,
no,
please,
no,
no
no, no,
personal
no.
attack.
They
No
were
personal.
attacking me. No, but I'm not attacking anybody. I'm just saying it as it is. If I'm not allowed to do it, I will mute my mic. But I would say my piece, like I rightfully said, I wasn't attacking anybody. I'm just giving the rules you people set in your platform. I read the rules
So what is the
perfectly.
rule that is broken now?
Okay, let me just read the rules because I'm on your club now before I even ask my question. Corey, it says number one, complete on Modua, be courage in the face of oppression, respect from both the old and the no state disruption, there's religious, loyalty of the course of Yoruba. Respect, and that respect thing has been broken for,
What
personal, no
is
name callings.
okay?
Wait.
Let's
An
not beat
act of
about the bush.
insult.
This is
No,
a
no,
waste
no.
of time. Just go straight to the
Wait.
point.
Yeah.
No. It says name calling, violence, insults. But there's been name callings from Esusayo and AARE, and this is why I said I'm disappointed. But nevertheless, if we want to play this politics of place, there's a saying in Yoruba, tó máa ń sọ wípé, "Ilé ọba tó bá jó, ẹ̀wà ló bù sí." When a king's palace is burnt down, obviously, when Tobati reviewed it, it looks more beautiful. And I thought that's what we're doing here. But at the end of the day, for the first things I've seen here, I will just reserve my comments on that. And then that's the first one. And then it's not always good to take sides because you have to get the two sides of the story. I called me out. I've been insulted my life for so long, months, even by the people on Yoruba Nation, the likes of your Tumba, House Negroes. This is called my mother, my daughter. This is the same Gogo you're talking about, but you don't hear the two sides of the story.
Governor Abe, ẹ má bínú.
Sir?
Mo fi owó,
Sir?
mo fi euro, pound sterling, dollar,
Yeah.
mo fi sí yín lẹ́nu. Ẹ má bínú, ẹ má continue but mo ń bọ̀. What I want to
Okay.
say is that, with all sincerity, you saw the way I spoke to Esushayo. And how did I speak to Esushayo? I told him the reality. He had every right to be angry. You have every right to be angry, sir. You have every right to be angry. Esushayo has every right to be angry. She understand. But one thing is certain. And when he went, when he was expressing himself, I told him, sir, ẹ jẹ́ ká tone down, ẹ jẹ́ ká move on. Everybody can bear me witness. And I was forced. I said, difference to wà láàrin my brother Prince. It is not a crime to be a politician. That is what he chose. At least mo ò ṣáà sọ pé àmúrọ̀bà làwọn. It's not a crime. It's not a crime to be a revolutionary that I chose to be. But we should have a middle ground. Shall I understand? So, mo dẹ̀ sọ pé difference wà láàrin revolutionary àti politician. Is it not true? Difference wà láàrin civilian àti soldier. Bọ́n ṣe ń rí nǹkan yàtọ̀. Reality wọn yàtọ̀ síra wọn. Tí mo sọ ojú bá yẹn lọ. Bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kàn wá mo sọ fún yín Governor Abe. Wípé ẹ jẹ́ ká rántí pé gbogbo wa pátá at a point in time àti help ara wa rí. When you were attacked by the Arewa house, it was the Yoruba nation, the Igbo nation, the Yoruba nationalists, Igbo nationalists, Ijo nationalists, people, Middle Belt nationalists that came and said, this is our brother. I for more bore. That is a fact. But you have a right to be angry. But nǹkan ti ṣẹlẹ̀, tí mi wà privy sí, mi ìfẹ́ kó jẹ́ ìgbà ìpa máa ṣe scum bíbá ẹ̀. And Olami understood what I said. Ó dẹ̀ tone down.
Yeah, but Aaron, what I'm thinking is everybody spoke. Hey, they're taking me sorrow. So it's like I'm being state managed. So let me just speak.
Nǹkan
tó wà ní ọkàn mi ẹ ṣe gan. So ẹ sọ̀rọ̀. So let me just go into pé mo lo picture èèyàn kan, èèyàn tó bú ìyá èèyàn tó bú ọmọ èèyàn tó bú gbogbo ẹ̀. You have to get served what you give. I mean, you don't give what you cannot eat. But ìyẹn ṣe wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. Wọ́n tún máa ń sọ nǹkan. Wọ́n ní aláǹgbá tó dẹnu dalẹ̀ àgò mọ nǹkan tó wà nínú rẹ̀. So fún àwọn èèyàn tó ọ̀dẹ̀ gbọ́ Yorùbá, it means the lizard, which is aláǹgbá, that lies flat on their stomach. It's difficult. It's difficult to determine which kind of stomach ache I think nǹkan tó wà nínú ẹ̀. Then I've heard people, previous speakers before me, speak, but I always tell people that charity begins at home. A man can never give what he does not have. Good or bad character or behavior is a reflection of somebody's background. Yorùbá dẹ̀ máa ń pè ní ilé láti ń kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́, ẹ̀ṣọ́ rẹ̀ òde. So people that understand that would understand. Wọ́n dẹ̀ tún máa ń sọ nǹkan kan wípé ewu bẹ lóko ló ń gé fúnra rẹ̀, ewu ni. So I would explain people, I want to buy Yoruba. My sister is from my village. My sister Yoruba goddess, and I'm happy she's from Awe. And there's a saying, nípa nǹkan tí mo sọ ń sọ pé ewu ń bẹ lóko lóńgé fún ààrẹ ewu ni. Meaning there's danger in Longe's farm. Èèyàn tó bá mọ Longe ní Yorùbá nation, they will understand. Meaning you should be extremely careful of situations that have a past history of danger. Àwọn èèyàn tó mọ nǹkan tó jẹ́, because I believe this is a Yoruba room. Then what one wants on that it is always important. One important fún ọkùnrin that does not respect those less important than himself. Less important men will in turn refuse to give him the due respect. Thomas Okpi respect is reciprocal. Kí ló dé mean nípa yẹn? Wọ́n ní bí eégún ńlá bá ní òun ò rí gòtò fúnra rẹ̀ náà ní òun ò rí eégún ńlá. Meaning, if a big masquerade claims he does not see the smaller masquerade, the smaller masquerade will in turn claim he does not see the big masquerade. Just like somebody mentioned that an elephant in the room, blah, blah, just recently, but that's yeah, right. I pay attention very well before into sorrow. And it's always good in this kind of platform for there should be neutrality. And you know that to ask some people, like any pay, Kama ju stone, he will throw stones in a glass house. I be born in English and Thomas, so Jakaku son Yoruba. And so he will throw stones in the market, will hit his relative. What they are about so close or ja, you know, ja, Umatabara no. Yoruba no, so exactly what you said, which brings me to the point of the management of this club. We should be careful what we do unto others, because it may return towards you or someone closer to you. Mr. Arena Lopo, that is one thing. And I mean, your status always dictates attitudes towards your peers. So that I'm gonna move along. What Mr. Are, tẹ́bádẹ́ mọ̀ nǹkan tó máa ń sọ nípa adìẹ funfun. Wọ́n ní adìẹ funfun kò mọ ara rẹ̀ lágbà. Meaning the white chicken does not realize its age. Àwọn èèyàn tó máa ń pè ní adìẹ funfun akọ àbábo, those white chicken. Tá a bá tún gbé kalẹ̀, ó mì ní pé respect nǹkan tá a máa ń sọ náà ni is reciprocal sí everybody kó ṣe kéde. Mr. Are. And then this is why I am always ready to listen to people. And at the end of the game, only the soup, obe, the soup does not move around in an elderly belly. Meaning, obe kì í gbé inú àgbà.
Ọbẹ̀ kì í mì ní kún àgbà.
Ọbẹ̀ kì í mì nínú àgbà.
Ẹ máa sanwó òwìwí o.
Ṣé ń gbọ́ Mr. Are? So, ó máa ń dá kéèyàn wà neutral. But nǹkan tí mo ti rí lẹ́nu yìí, ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé ẹ fọwọ́ ra èèyàn tó ṣẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ tán tó jẹ́ comrade yín, which is all well and good because èèyàn máa ń nífẹ̀ẹ́ èèyàn kan ju èèyàn kan lọ, which is normal. So, tẹ bá fẹ́ ká parapọ̀, then ó yẹ kí èèyàn máa ń wà neutral pé bẹ́ẹ̀ behind the scene náà ẹ lè pè èèyàn sí ọ̀dà. But tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹ̀ ń support èèyàn kan lórí èèyàn kan tẹ̀lé ní pé think Yoruba first already division yẹn ti wà ń bẹ̀ from the get-go. Ṣé get nǹkan tí mò ń sọ? Then ó tún wá ní nǹkan tí ẹ̀rọ dàbí pé madam obìnrin ló sọ ń gbà yẹn àbí madam oyigi mo rántí ń gbà yẹn wọ́n ní little by little is how the pig nose enter the yard. Díẹ̀díẹ̀ ni imú ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ fi wọ ọgbà. Meaning attend to a small problem before it becomes uncontrollable. But attend the secret to no day until they become wide. I'll move on. So we can sort that. But they like I should sort of so that everybody has some to one, point. Yorùbá dẹ̀ tún máa ń sọ nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n máa ń ní pé appearance might be deceptive. A man's head with an evil mind does not call like cutlass for one to know it. Wọ́n ní bóyá obìnrin ẹ lè pe owó yẹn fún mi. Madam obìnrin ṣe wà ń bẹ̀.
Mi ò gbọ́ o, kí lẹ sọ náà?
Wọ́n ní a man's head, wọ́n ní orí ọkùnrin with an evil mind does not call like cutlass for one to know it.
Mi ò mọ yẹn o.
Mo owó yẹn.
Mi mọ̀.
Bóyá Mr. Ààrẹ máa mọ owó yẹn. Mr. Ààrẹ. Ṣé lè bá ń sọ Yorùbá?
Abe máa lọ lé ìfẹ́.
Ẹ bá ń ṣe kíákíá. Ẹ bá ń ṣe kíákíá pọ̀ ńlẹ̀.
Okay. No, because ó dá kéèyàn máa ń sọ nǹkan tó wà nínú ọkàn èèyàn. But kéèyàn máa ó má dàbí kéèyàn sọ̀rọ̀ jù.
Àbá ẹ ṣe kíni kẹ́ sọ àpọ̀ ní queue now.
Ẹni sọ̀rọ̀. Ìgbà tí Èsúsáyọ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀, everybody ń sọ̀rọ̀.
But me, I kept it to 2 minutes because of you now. Because
Governor,
no, please don't mute me.
Hold on now.
Mute me. Please don't mute me. Stop doing this. I listened to you guys on your rules. You said submissions, questions. This guy is talking for 10 minutes because of a shy. What's my business with a shy? And I follow rules now. I follow decorum. Everybody should be along.
Abe tí ó lè fún ẹ tí nìkan mú gan pàtó gbogbo tó ń sọ látàrí.
Òwe tábè ń pa kò tiẹ̀ mọ̀ túmọ̀.
Kí ni gbogbo history gan?
Ó sọ̀rọ̀ àmúkọ̀kan náà ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ yẹn sọ pé kó máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ. Kí ló ń sọ?
Bàbá
Mr. Ààrẹ, I would yield the mic because I believe as Omoluabi we should be able to call peace. But from what I've seen and the reaction, I don't think people want peace. So everybody must say, God bless you. God bless you.
Mr. Abe, Sherry, àwọn Yorùbá.
Yes, left.
Kí ló dé?
Jẹ́ ká gbé wọn padà wá.
Ó mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe, ó mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe.
Ààrẹ ẹ̀yin ò mọ nǹkan kan pé àwọn ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ wàhálà they are now acting like
kan sọ látàárọ̀ náà ṣó rọrọ̀ sọ ni.
They start all this war and they are acting like a victim.
Àní ẹ ní sùúrù.
Èṣùṣàyọ̀ ẹ ní sùúrù. Ààrẹ ẹ má bínú. Ẹ mọ̀ pé mi dédé ṣá sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí. Kò sí nǹkan tó kàn pẹ̀lú nǹkan tí ìjà anybody. But question and answer with Ààrẹ Kúrúnmí la pè. Mo dẹ̀ béèrè question kí everybody follow same rules.
Ẹ ní sùúrù. Ṣé rí ẹjọ́ léèyàn máa ń kọ́ kéèyàn tó kọjá. And when he wanted to bá wá ní sùúrù. Torí nínú Yorùbá, àwọn Yorùbá tún máa ń pa òwe kan tó ṣe bí òwe o. Wọ́n ní àìpò mágogo lẹ́nu. Kàngó sì lágogo yìí. Kàngègàngè ní akèrègbè. Kò dá ká máa pa òun mọ́ èèyàn lẹ́nu. Tó bá ti sọ tó sọ tán, á wà standardize. Ẹni tó bá fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn eléyìí o, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Nǹkan sọ, àwọn èèyàn lè máa rí bí kí ló ń sọ, pé kò sí bọ́rọ̀ ṣe lè wà, rí ọgbọ́n kan bẹ́ẹ̀. I was going to address. No matter how bad somebody is talking, even somebody that you don't want to have anything to do with in life. Mo mọ̀ pé a ti ní many things to hurt tiwa. Ṣé wọ́n ti accuse mi ń sìn pé mò ń support àwọn Èṣùṣàyọ̀, pé mò ń support kíní. Èmi ò ní change mindset èèyàn on anything, but I will try to be fair and just. Wípé sir, Mr. Abe, báyìí kàṣá, báyìí káwòdì. Gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ sọ bó ṣe ríre níwájú Olódùmarè ọba tá ìpè jẹ́rìí irọ́. Á dẹ̀ sọ bó ṣe jẹ́. Á dẹ̀ rọra move on. Ẹ jẹ́ n sọ nǹkan kan fún yín o. Ní last time tí mo lọ sí inú rúùmù Mr. Abe, àwọn èèyàn wọ́n lè bí ẹ̀mí witness. Mo ní èmi respect obìnrin pé kò sí ní tóbìnrin lè ṣe, òrìṣà ní obìnrin. Òrìṣà tóbìnrin dẹ̀ jẹ́, tóbìnrin bá gbárù mi létí máa move on ni. Kò wá yẹ ká go to the extent táwọn fi àwọn ọmọ, kí ló kan ọmọ? Kí ló kan ọmọ nínú gbogbo rádaràda yìí? Inú ìlú tèmi ti wá, a lè sọ̀rọ̀, a lè sọ exchange words, ṣùgbọ́n a gbọ́dọ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé ẹ wá lọ ń gbé picture ẹ̀ ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. We've gone too far. Àwọn náà dẹ̀ ti agree, a ní agreement ń jọ yẹn, àwọn wá ń sọ reason táwọn fi ṣe náà sọ. Màá dẹ̀ sọ fún wọn pé mo tún fẹ́ sọ, tá a bá ro dúdùn fọ̀n, á kanra dé egun. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí clubhouse sí, ẹ má jẹ́ ó sọ wá di extremist. Kò sí bó ṣe lè jẹ́. Àgbẹ̀ ìṣàyẹ̀ ìṣọmọdé, ẹ̀kẹ́ calm down. And we are going to have a good discussion. We are going to have a fantastic discussion and a fantastic, this is not a peace, honestly speaking, this is not a peace meeting. It's a way to have a conversation to meet people and welcome people. This is the bitter truth. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn èèyàn mọ̀, people know, many people know what I stand for. I try and stay away from controversies. Ọ̀rọ̀ tó bá lè kọ́yàn sí wàhálà èmi èé sọ. Ní tí òun bá dẹ̀ sọ màá sọ, kò yẹ kó lè tó yẹn náà. Ayé yìí ojú ọ̀run tẹ́yẹ fò láì farakanra. Kí ló dé tí Yorùbá yóò àmọ́ gúnra wa ní kíní? A fẹ́ ṣe Yorùbá lè ṣe Yorùbá láàmọ́ ránṣẹ́ síra wa. Kò yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Torí àìfọmọ rẹ̀ àìfi ibọ̀ rẹ̀. Tá a bá dẹ̀ mọ̀ tó jẹ́ Yorùbá ní ànímọ̀ ìwà burúkú yẹn síra wa. Ní tí mò ń sọ òjù bá yẹn lọ. Ẹ bá wá jẹ́ kí arákùnrin Mr. Abe ìbàjẹ́ kan sọ̀rọ̀. Ìbàjẹ́ kan sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run. Ẹ jẹ́ á ní sùúrù fúnra wa gan-an. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ní sùúrù fúnra wa gan-an. We should have been more calm to listen. Let us listen. Tán máa parí, màá wá sọ fún obìnrin àkànṣe àtàwọn other moderators. Ìṣẹ́jú mẹ́ta la ní o. Torí láàrin the next 1 hour, mo fẹ́ ká ti yàrá ẹ̀. So that a lọ prepare fún ọjọ́ ajé tí í ṣọjọ́ Monday. A lọ prepare fún ọjọ́ wa káàkiri gbogbo ayé tá a ti ń sọ̀rọ̀. Kò jẹ́ bó ṣe jẹ́ o. Kò jẹ́ bó ṣe jẹ́. Tẹ́nibọ̀dì bá jẹ́ ní pé mo bóun ní kíní kankan wá sọ ń ta gbangba, kò jẹ́ bó ṣe jẹ́. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi, ẹ jèbúrú àwọn olùgbẹ́bẹ́ o. It doesn't matter the camp you belong to. Tẹ́ bá ti jẹ́ Yorùbá, ẹ jèbúrú àwọn olùgbẹ́bẹ́. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run. Mo tún re-emphasize. Orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá ló pé wa o. Orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá ló pé wa. I will continue to say it. Gbogbo àwa tá a dẹ̀ ń bínú lágbájá mi ò fẹ́. We are going to go. Kìnìkan ẹja calm down. Ẹja calm down. Yá calm down. Ayé yìí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ lájọ wà báyìí. Tán jẹ tán mu lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ tán pé tó bá di lọ́la wọn ò ní jí sáyé mọ́. Wọn ò ní jí sáyé mọ́. Ká lè bá a mọ̀ pé ayé ìbí ẹ̀fúùfù ló ṣe rí. Bí ẹ̀fúùfù ló ṣe rí. Ṣé understand? Torí ẹ̀ ní gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tí mò ń sọ. Kò ń ṣe pé mi náà mọ̀ pé lágbájá ṣe màá níta gbangba ní ti sọ. Kò compulsory. Onídàájọ́ méjì ló ń bẹ láyé o. Èèyàn ń ṣèdájọ́. Olódùmarè dẹ̀ ń ṣèdájọ́. Èèyàn lè ṣèké. Kádájọ́ ọ̀kà. Ṣùgbọ́n tó bá dọjọ́ ìdájọ́, Olódùmarè ó ṣe ìdájọ́ yẹn, kò dẹ̀ síbi tá à ń sá pamọ́ sí. Gbogbo ẹjọ́ tá à ń ròyìn á tún rò lọ́rùn tá a bá mọ̀. Tún rò lọ́rùn lóde ọ̀run. Ifá gan sọ. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ bó ṣe ọ̀rá ń lọ wẹ́rẹ́. Ẹ jẹ́ kó lọ wẹ́rẹ́. Ìfẹ́ làkójá. Kò nídìí gbogbo yẹn. Torí ẹ̀ mo fi bá ọlá mi sọ̀rọ̀ pé ní sùúrù. Ṣebí nǹkan kan náà lájọ ń sọ. Wọ́n rí yín fín. Wọ́n insult yín. Ẹ wàá gbà sára. Barrister akọrin kan ó ní àkìtàn ni mí, fertilizer ni mí. Àwọn àgbààgbà tí ń bẹ ní ìjókòó wọn ò morin yẹn. Ibi tán bá dẹ̀ máa ń ju àkìtàn sí, ibi tán máa ń ju ìdọ̀tí sí, ibẹ̀ ló máa ń reach jù. Ṣé I understand? So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́.
Fuji garbage.
Ẹ ṣé. So Mr. Fúnmikẹ́, ẹ continue lórí line. Tí Mr. Abe bá dé, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá ń pè wọ́n kán padà wá. Kán má bínú lọ. ẹ ṣé.
Okay.
Okay.
So the next question is general because Wanda is no longer in the room. So general, would you like to go ahead with your question?
Yes, please. So, first of all, I'm gonna speak English just because my Yoruba is not up to what everybody is speaking here. But first off, good evening to everybody. Thank you very much for this room. I do think it's quite essential for everybody that has a different opinion, regardless of their opinion, to have a space where they can ask questions and kind of understand the agenda of to understand what it is to be Yoruba, basically. I think quite unfortunately, so much stuff has actually happened on this app that for the first few rooms that you're gonna open, you will have a lot of this back and forth. Especially between the likes of Esusayo and the rest of his crew. Now, when I first came on this app, I came here without a side, genuinely, because I didn't know much about Yoruba Nation. I didn't, this was kind of the first I had heard of it, really. And I asked questions, and I was basically told I was a bastard for not believing in what they believed in. And I was not a good enough Yoruba person, and my back channel was full of hate. Now, you can't necessarily expect that after receiving, like I don't know, AARE, mi ò mọ̀, ẹ ṣáà rántí room tí mo ṣí tó jẹ́ pé mo sọ gbogbo ẹ̀ ńbẹ̀, tí mo sọ pé even títí kan address mi, wọ́n send ẹ̀ sínú back channel sí mi. All of these people using their pseudo accounts. And the reason behind it was, to me, based on our rhetoric talking bo. When anybody decide to believe in what they believe, it's any violence. Àwọn tó máa sọ pé àwọn máa pa mí, àwọn máa gé mi sí wẹ́wẹ́. Àwọn tó tún ní pé àwọn máa lọ gbé ìyá mi níbi tán sin wọ́n sí. So many different things. From these people. And téèyàn bá sọ fún wọn pé nǹkan tẹ́ ń ṣe yìí kò dáa. Kò dáa kéèyàn máa lọ sínú back channel èèyàn, kéèyàn máa abuse èèyàn nítorí pé bóyá a ní agreement. Bóyá ọ̀rọ̀ wa ò yíra wa. And bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ náà, Yorùbá ni gbogbo wa. Even tá bá mọ̀ pé a agree pẹ̀lú ọ̀nà téèyàn ń gbà. Ó yẹ ká rántí pé at the end of the day, brothers and sisters ni gbogbo wa. But a lot of people don't see it the way you're seeing it, AARE. I know right now, and try láti wà diplomatic pẹ̀lú gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ń sọ ń sìn. Ọ̀rọ̀ yín dé yé mi. Ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tó máa ní láti ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé ẹ máa ní láti, in my view, some people need to be called out and disciplined. And let them know that what they have done is extremely wrong. Because people have come on this stage now and behave like victims. Ìtẹ́mi rí tí mo mọ̀ pé wrong, màá sọ. Ìtẹ́mi gan ṣe tí mo mọ̀ pé bóyá ó wrong, màá sọ. Ẹ̀ǹtẹ́mi bú tí mo mọ̀ pé kò yẹ kí n bú, màá sọ. I don't throw stones and hide my hands. Ṣùgbọ́n, somebody cannot decide that they want to assassinate me and throw aggression at me because I don't agree with them. It's 110% wrong. Anybody tó bá mọ̀ mi ò kí n really sọ̀rọ̀. Majority of the time, màá lọ sínú room, màá máa gbọ́ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. I just so happen to end up in our room, Abe, International Politics and Nigeria. Wọ́n dẹ̀ rí mi gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹni tó wà impartial. Mo dẹ̀ lọ bẹ̀, mo dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí mọ̀dí ń bẹ̀. And everybody can testify pé mo máa ń fún everybody, regardless of what side they are on, the chance to speak, regardless. And yet, just based on the fact that mo mod, bóyá wọ́n ní problem pẹ̀lú Abe, nítorí pé mo mod ń bẹ̀, wọ́n dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí send nǹkan wèrè sínú back channel mi. Gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́yìn ṣe mọ̀ pé bẹ́yìn ṣe sọ pé obìnrin nǹkan ẹlẹ́gẹ́ ni wá, ṣé ẹ kàn ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀? Especially ẹni tó jẹ́ pé kò ní side. This app I've heard a lot of things that have been said on this app. People saying that they didn't throw rhetoric that is genocidal and all those things. Is a lie. They have said things that can be interpreted as go and kill that person on stage, and then come here and pretend like they are victims. Is wrong. And it's almost like they are being let to get away with it. And it's not fair. Nítorí ẹni àwọn Abe ṣe bínú lọ. Because bẹ́ni pé ẹ̀ ń fọwọ́ ra wọn lórí ni. Ẹ dẹ̀ mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣe. Ẹ má bínú o, bóyá tí ọ̀rọ̀ mi bá pọ̀ jù o. But òótọ́ ni. Bẹ́mi ṣe rí ni ẹ o. Ẹlòmíì ó lè má rí bẹ́mi ṣe rí o. But that's how I see it. Me ò bí anybody tó bá mi sọ̀rọ̀. That's the funny thing is nobody has ever asked me, where do you stand? But if I ask a question, I'm a bastard. I ask a question, I'm not Yoruba enough. Or I say that, nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ̀ tí ń sọ yìí, ó ti ń pọ̀ jù, ó ti ń jọ báyìí o. Well, my bastardized lineage me. So then why would I even want to continue to listen to the rest? Why would I want to be on the side of these people? Should make sense. My hope for this room, and that's why I immediately became a member, was that this place will definitely be a place for anybody, regardless of what side they are on, to come ask the correct questions, know what is going on, know the full meaning of being a Yoruba person, and how we should hold that with pride. Because I'm very, very proud to be a Yoruba woman. Nothing can take that away from me. If anybody asks me, regardless of where wọ́n bí mi sí lóyìnbó, I will always say I'm a Yoruba woman. That's the first thing. Because see anybody tó máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ mi, that is the first thing I will tell them. Ṣùgbọ́n, because I don't identify with the things that these people are saying, does that make me any less Yoruba than them? Does that give them the right to tell me that I'm not a good enough Yoruba person? Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ má bínú pé mo take time o, but mo hope pé Rumi, as in this club, will go with the purpose that it's intended for, and I hope that it will be a great space. Ẹ ṣeun.
Thank you very, very much, Arábìnrin Zainab. I want to be. You remember the last time when I came to Yoruba Parapọ̀, and when you spoke with passion, you remember what I said was, I said, my sister, I'm sorry for everything you passed through. I apologize not because I wanted to listen to what you have to say. I apologize because I sympathize and I empathize with you as a woman, and majorly because you are a Yoruba woman. And I apologize to you. You remember that day. So, mo tuntun sọ fún yín, and let me be very sincere. And I have said this, and I have said this, and I will repeat it here. Please, sir, please, ma. No matter our ideology, we should always stay on the logic. The logic is always devoid of character assassination. The logic is devoid of insult. The logic is devoid of trying to pull people down. That is a fact. That is a fact. So if that is why I said it goes either way. For every action, there's equal and opposite reaction. That's what I've been trying to say. And I said something. Naturally, Yoruba people are calm people. How did we get here? So we need to actually know why and how we got here. And I pray that after today, and as we progress in this wonderful club, we are surely going to get it right in our dealings with people. Going to in people's DM to say all sorts of dirty things. It's unfair. You are there. While I was still talking in that room that you were, somebody called me a fucking weasel. Using the word F word for me. If I had reacted and gone ballistic, the same person will go everywhere saying this is hate speech. This is hate rhetoric. That is why we need to practice emotional intelligence, no matter the provocation. General Zenob, Emma Binu, Agbatio Binu Lomenpo. I'm sorry. I apologize. No matter what has happened. And I told you why I'm apologizing. I'm apologizing because I don't care what anybody says. You are a Yoruba woman. And I respect that. That was what I was trying to tell